G'day all, welcome back to Dad vs Son and our playthrough of Next War Vietnam, the Gates of Hanoi standard scenario with the alternate air rules and supply. And we're about to go on with turn 5. So just to give you an idea of how bloody this battle has been so far, you can see the losses over here for the Vietnamese and one American airborne unit and the Chinese. As you can see, we still have a swag of Allied reinforcements to come on right up through turn 8. And then we get the Commonwealth helicopter on turn 10, and that's it until these guys on turn 13. VPs at the moment, the Allies have 34 and the Chinese have 38, with the roll for auto victory being at 70 victory points. So again, anybody's game at the moment. Looking over here on the operational map, the strategic map, we can see that the Chinese have got the Spratlys at the moment inshore. The ocean box is contested. Allies contested, and we have Chinese in the Gulf of Tonkin itself. We have some more troops to come down this turn as well, and this turn will be a contested turn as nobody got enough victory points last time. Looking at the map itself, over here, the operational map, you can see that we have the Chinese amphib up here with these reduced units on it at the moment, which can land again this time and hopefully make a bit of a difference. The Australians are up here, but we've ended up with 2 of them reduced at the moment. They pick up their first replacement point this turn, which will help. Vietnamese units up here, which are starting to push back. As I said last time, we've got a little bit of a hole down in this area here, but we do have those other troops that will help to come through. And we have the American Marines starting to push back up this way. They're not great units. They're all sort of 1-1s. So they're great for more for defense than too much else, but at least they are there. We've got the American Airborne, 81st and 82nd Airborne around and in Hanoi, with their chopper there. For the 81st, we've got the 82nd chopper down here, so that's okay. We've got the French and PSDF over here holding things for the, oh God, it's hard to see sometimes, 75th Guards Army. And we're starting to push over to the north, again, trying to break supply for these units back this way. But by the same token, they can come up all around through here and stuff like that, back through to China and up to the east as well. So we're just basically trying to chop them up a little bit and keep them going. So that's how things are at the moment. So let's get back into it. So again, the weather phases first. We're in dry weather. We have a 4, so 4 - 2, for dry season is, again, clear weather, which is wonderful. Supply phase, so this out of supply marking can come off this little fella now because he's back in supply. So all of these units are in supply, Chinese wise. Again, all of these can trace supply back up here and, you know, way out up that way. So the Chinese are in supply. All of these allied units are in supply back down. Same with these here. These are all in supply. These are in supply back through Hanoi and so forth. So nobody is out of supply this time whatsoever that I can see. Right. So there is no the initiative air naval phase. So nobody has initiative, so it's contested turn. So we're going straight into air points. So again, we'll bring this over here. Turn this bugger over and get our Chinese ready to go. Right. So we're still on the 4+ turn track here. So we have an 8, which is 8 halved to 4 because the Chinese don't have any allies with them. But they do pick up what? No. No, nothing there. So they get 1 for each carrier is 2, I believe. So they'll pick up 6 A's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 is 6. And B's are 3, which is 10. Okay, so they've got 16 aircraft this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 16 aircraft total for the Chinese. Now, for the Allies, Vietnamese first, they get a 4, which is 5, which is good, and they get the total of the 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for their Bs, a 7, which is 3, taking them to 8 total. So we're down 8 at the moment. Okay, the Americans have a 9 for their A's, which is 2, plus 2 for their CVN is 4, which leaves us a deficit of 4, and for their B's, a 4, which is 5, which gives the Allies a plus 1. And then for the Commonwealth, A's, they get a 1, which is 7. So we're now up to 8. So that gives us air superiority. And for their B's, a 1 as well, which is 7, which gives us 15 all told superiority over the Chinese, and 15 is, yep, air superiority again. We needed one more for supremacy, but hey, we did good. Right, done that. So sea control. Let's see what we can do here. Sorry, got my forceps stuck. That's always painful. Okay, so again, we start with the Gulf of Tonkin. We do our roll. It's a 9. Wow. Okay. So we know that we have a -2 for the Gulf of Tonkin straight up. So that's 7. Non-allied SG or CV present? Yes. So we're down to 6. No others. Nothing. -2 for sub-threat is down to 4. But +3 for the ASW takes us back up to 7. And we have another 1 for air superiority is an 8. So it becomes Allied control in the Gulf of Tonkin. Okay. In the South China Sea, inshore box, we have a 6. We have a SAG present, so that's a 5. Sub-threat takes it to 3, +3 for ASW is 6, +1 for air superiority is 7, which again leaves it in Allied control. And then we have the Spratlys. We have an 8, so again it's going to go over to Allied control. Sea zone, we have a 2, -2 for the Gulf of Tonkin is 0. We have Chinese naval unit there, so we're down to -1. With the sub-threat and ASW, we're back up to 0, and we're back up to +1 for supremacy, so it stays Chinese. South China Sea is an 8, -1 for the SAG. With the sub-level and ASW, they wipe each other's out, so we're still on 8, +1 is 9, and the South China Sea becomes, again, Allied. And the Spratlys is a 1, -2 for the subs is -1, +3 gives us 2, +1 for air superiority gives us 3, which remains contested. And there we go. Right, there is no initiative and movement combat phase. We just go to the basic movement combat phase. And as the Allies had the last initiative turn, then they get the first go. So their units from southern Vietnam will come onto the map. And I'm going to bring, again, them all on down here. So we have American Marines and we have the French Marines. Right. What else do we want to do? Righto. So we can move these guys away from here now, realistically. I'm going to bring this guy forward, I think. So what I want to do over here is we have 7 in there. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6 Marines. If I can bring another one up, half 1, half 2, half 3.5. That's as far as I can take them. But if I take these guys up, 1 to there, and then take 1, 2, 3, 4 of the infantry into there, they can do that, and these little fellas can come up to here like that. These two can go half 1, half 2, half to there. Half 1, half 2, 2.5. They could come up one more, 3.5 to there, which is good. And this fella here is going to go half 1, half 2, half 3, half 4, half 5, 5.5 to there. And this guy will just come down here like this. So they're sitting there at the moment. They can come up next turn while these blokes come on. Okay, over this way, we've kicked these guys back across the river, which is good. We've got these guys still here. So I'd like to try and get around there. So this guy here can go half 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to do that? No, he can go to there to 3, and he can go with him, because that way they're in the jungle. And this guy here can go half 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, and he can go up there with him like that. In here, I think we need to try and do something with these guys. Now, they've got 10 there. But that's across a river. And I don't think we want to play with that. So what I'm actually looking at doing is going half 1, half 2, half 3, half 4 to here with these. And this guy can go half 1, half 2, half 3, half 4, half 5, half into there. Now, that is going to make these guys, I believe, fly away, because they can't stay there. So we'll leave them for the moment. Okay, I've got this bloke up here, and I'm just trying to work out where the best place to put him. I'm actually thinking of maybe bringing him down here. That way he blocks off these 2 roads here. If I put him there, then he blocks that route off as well, but he's out in the open. So if we come down half 1, half 2, and then pop into here, then we have a zone of control into here, and we can do that, because I don't think he's... Yep, he's a PSDF, so forget about that. He's actually got to go there, not there. So I can't do that. Right. Up this way. Now, I still want to bring pressure on these buggers, and I want to take back this place as well, but whoops, sorry. It's still a little bit cold and I'm a bit fidgety. Okay, so I want to try and take this guy out. And he's got 3. We've got 7 there. These are PSDF units, so I can't move them. Let's just go, ooh, maybe we go in there. I don't have enough to take it though. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, we will go 1, 2, 3, just to block that off. Now here, we've got a PSDF unit and 2 1-core units. I don't really want to move out of that air base. They've got 7. They've got 8. We'd have an attack of 9 if we decide to attack, which we could do, realistically. But I'd rather hold there for the time being, make them bash their own heads. So we've got these guys here. Yeah, you can still see what I'm talking about, which is good. So they're there for 8. I've got 9 with the Australians. Or if I bring the Australians back, I may be able to take these guys. So if we move this guy back, that would be 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, and that would be 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5, and 2, 3 into there, which would then allow us to bring these fellas up. 1, 2, and into there. And this guy could just come back to here. So that would give us an attack of, what, 3, 4, 5 against 8. But that's doesn't matter. We just hold them there like that. And I don't think there's too much else I can really do at the moment. So, attack-wise, we're not going to attack here at all. But we have 3, 7 there, and we have 7 there. So this would be a 1-to-1 in the open. They've got a 6. We've got a 6. So it's still 1-to-1 with nothing. Right. So it's going to come down to air. We'll put 2 air into there for support. A 1 and a 3. Not great. We have air superiority, so let's check for air defense. We have a 4. The first guy gets through. And a 0, -1. -1 is just simply an abort 1, so we have 1 and we have 2 more rather than 3. So it's a -3. And the Chinese are going to put in an air support with 2 escorts. The air support is this one, which is a 1, and the escorts will give him a +1 and a +2, so +3 to his roll. Okie dokie, +3. 1 + 3 is 4 for air superiority. It's a abort -1, so no, that one just doesn't get through, but there's no loss. Okay, so that attack is at a 1-to-1 -3. And that's a 5. -3 is 2, which is 1 each and a retreat. Okay. So, like I said, we were using his 6. And we're using our 6. That's 1 each, and he's got a retreat. So he can retreat this way into the jungle. And we could advance to where he was. And we could go one more by road, so we could come down to here, like that. And that gets us into the jungle and out of the open. So that's good. Okay, attacking here. So we can either use these guys, but I don't think that's a good idea. We're going to use this guy to attack into here. So he's got a 5 against 3, which is a... Do we want to do that? If I do that, then if I go 5 to 3 this way, then I've got armor against armor. So yeah, we're going to have to go this way. But then he's going to get 1 back anyway because he has a 5. So either way, we'd end up with the same. So we're going to use this guy. So it's 5 against 3, which is 1-to-1 in the open. And we have a -1 for the odds difference. It comes down to 1-to-2 because we have infantry against armor. We're going to try and give him helicopter support. Now, he's flying against mechanized, so that's a -1. And he's flying across baddies. So that's another -1. So it's -2. I'm going to give him 1 escort. And that gives him a 3 halved down to a 2. So he's a straight up roll. -2 + 2. He gets a 6. He gets through, so that gives us a -1. And then we're going to put in 2 aircraft in support. And we have a 3 and a 3. So the first one to get through does, and the second one does as well. So that gives us another -6, which gives us which we can't take all of. I think we can only have a maximum of 6, so that gives us -7. We can only use 5 of those because we had the helicopter. Okay, so it's 1-to-2 with a -7. Do the Chinese want to put air in there? Do they want to? And I think they do. So they're going to put one defensive air in, and it's a 3, which is bloody good for them, with 2 escorts. So that's a 2 and a 1 is 3. So they have a +3 to their roll. Does he get through? Oh, 0 plus 3 is 3. It's an abort -1. So he gets 2, but it's also an aircraft loss. So they've had 1 air point destroyed again, which is a stuff falling down everywhere. A victory point, I believe. Air unit, 2 victory points to the Allies. Righto, so we have a 1 to 2 with a -5. And we get a 6 minus 5 is 1, which is 1 loss to the attacker, 2 losses to the defender. So this guy loses 1. This guy is gone, which is another 2 points to the Allies, taking them up to 4 for this turn so far. There's no advance or retreat or anything else. Right, next. Let's come into here. So we have 7 in there. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacking. Sorry. 5, 6. 6 attacking into jungle because he's halved. So we have a 1 to 2 again, with a +1 because they outnumber us. We're going to use our, which one do I want to use? We're going to use the chopper down here. It's got the range of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is good. And we're going to give it 1 escort. A whole 1. So we have a +1 to its roll. Oh, but we have a -1 into there. So that's a 1. We have air superiority. It gets through. Yay! So we're down to a 1 to 2 with a 0 at the moment. We'll bring in 2 aircraft in support. We have a 3 and a 3. I'm going to bring, they're going to come in with an escort who gives them a +2 to their rolls. So they get through no matter what. Blah and blah. So we have +6, so that it will get 6 out of that. So it's a 1 to 2 -6. It's a 4 minus 6 is -2 is 1 loss and a retreat to the enemy. Oh, hang on a tick. We've got a 7 against a 6. I forgot about that. Let's just look at that again. So we've got a 7 against a 6. So that takes us up 1 to 1 to 1. Doesn't matter. Still 1 and a retreat. So he goes down. Oh, Jesus. Arrgh! They retreat, so they'll retreat 1 over into there. Like, in fact, no, they won't. They'll retreat into 1 retreats there, 1 retreats there. just to give him some support. And I think it'll be these guys that will come forward to there, along with these guys, because they can. Like that. And I think that's only 4. Half, 1, half, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 4 stacking points. Okay. What else were we doing? Bum, 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 bum. I think that was it, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, so it's the Chinese turn now. So the first thing I believe they've got to do is take these choppers out of here. Even though they still hold the city airfield, there's no defense there. So I believe that they would run away. So what have we got? We got Pericles, which are all the way up there. So he's going to run all the way up there, like that. And we got this one for here. So he is going to come over to here in Yangsan, like that. Yanshan. Righto, so he's reduced and Purpley is reduced. Righto, so what are they going to do? They've got these troops here. Do they really need to do a great deal here? They don't want to leave that there like that, that's for sure. Now they could pull these back to here, which means these would have to attack across the river. So if we bring back the artillery, now, yep, that's half 1 to there. What do we got here? We bring him back, half 1, half 2, half. Half 1, half 2, half 3, and him back to there as well. And the reason I'm doing that is so that I can get some replacements in on those units that you can't see. So basically we've got the artillery and the good unit here, and we've got the 2 broken units here, so we can get replacements so they don't have a zone of control to worry about. Now these ones here are the 2 bestest units. So the question is, do I bring them along here and try and kick this bloke out? So he's in there for 4. It's 2 shifts to the left. They would attack for 3, 6. So it would be a 1.5 to 1 in urban, with 2 shifts would be a 1 to 2. The chances are that they would lose anything they've got there. But these blokes need some help. Okay, so let's do this. So they'll go 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. He'll go there 5.5. He'll go there for 6. 6.5. And that way he can, well, he's not going to stop them coming in there, but he stops them coming across there, and at least they can both attack into there as required. Okay, down this way, we have the need for speed. Okay, so this little fella went to market. So this little fella here is going to go 1/2, 1, 2, and he'll come up with him like that. This bloke is going to come back 1/2, 1, and he'll go back 2, 3, and he will go back Let me come up. He'll go 2, 3, 3.5, 4. And he will come back 2, 3 to there. Again, so if we get enough points, we can reinforce them. Replace them. God, I'll get it right in a moment. Okay, over here. We've got to do something with these. I think we need to try and take this guy out. Now, he's for 3, and he's infantry. So if I bring this bloke around and go 1, 2, 1, 2, and he can go up into there. He's got 8 points, so he's fine. This bloke can simply come back to give him support. He's doing fine in there. And that way we can take him out, hopefully. Down this way, we've got 6 there. We've got tons there. We've got this one little fella over here. But he's there for 3. Can we do anything with him? Well, we got these guys here now. So he can come down 1/2, 1, 1/2, 2, 1/2, 3. And him as well. That'll give us 2, 4 to 3. That'll come over. He can come back 1/2. That's 1, sorry. That's 2, 3. Can't get around there, can he? Go there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'd be 6, 6.5. So he can just stay there as well. And these 2 will come back to here. And he will go to there. So he can still give support to any of these here. And then we have these guys here. So he's got 3 and 2 is 5 against 7, which is no good. And we've got the Marines here, which will land. Oh, that's not a port. I thought that was a port. Oh, no! They can't land there. Oh, they lost the only port they'd taken. They're stuffed. They're just sitting there. Okay. Well, that was stupid of me, wasn't it? Okay, so we're going to actually move our amphib back over to the Gulf of Tonkin. I'm going to take them back to the PRC holding box. So they're gone back there. This sag here could give a bit of help. No, can't get in there. I'm going to bring this sag back as well into the Gulf of Tonkin inshore box as well. Okay, I'm dragging this out, sorry. Righto. Righto, do we want to do this attack? That would be 3 and 2 is 5 against 7, which would be pretty stupid. We don't have any artillery. So we're going to do this attack here. So this guy is here for 3. And we have 2, and 2 is 4. We'll use this guy. So we have 4 to 3, which is a 1-to-1 in jungle, with a -1 for the odds. We have a 6 against a 5 efficiency, so that takes it up to 1.5 to 1. We use our artillery, which takes it up to 2 to 1. We're purplies. We're going to try and get our air in there. So we'll give it 2 escorts. That's a 5, so that's 3, and 1 is 4. So they've got a +4 for their escorts. That helped them. 4 + 1 is 5. 5 for air superiority is still an abort -1, so the air doesn't do any good there. They'll put in 2 air as an attack force, which gives them a 3 and a 1 with well, they may as well use 2 escorts, I suppose. Realistically, they want to get them through. So we have a 2 and a 1, so that's a +3 for them to try and get through. So the first one is a 7, which gets through, and an 8, which gets through. So they pick up 4. So that's a -4, which takes them to -5. What are we going to do? Well, I think we're going to put, we can only put 1 defense in there, so defensive air for 3. Does it get through? Yes, it does. So we're down to a -2. Okay. So it's a 2 to 1 at -2. Oh, it's a 1 -2 -1. Ouch. 1 attacker, 2 defenders, and a retreat. So the Australians lose their 1st brigade. That's 2 VP for the Chinese. They lose 1, but they do have a retreat, so they can move 1 to there if they wish, and they can move 1 more. So they'll move. In fact, I think they'll stay there. Yeah, okay. Now, what else do they want to do? There's no attacks here. Do we want to attack there? No, no attacks there. But we did have an attack here. So we have 6, and 3 is 9, and 4 is 13. to 3, which is 3 to 1 in the flat, with a -1 for the odds. We have armour against infantry, so that gives us a 4 to 1. We have a 6 to a 4, which takes us to 6 to 1 with a -1. This is orange, fellas. So we're going to try and get some air in there. We'll give it one escort. And the escort is a 5, so that gives them a +3 for their air defence roll. So 4 and 3 is 7, which gets through, so they're down to -2. And then they have 2 aircraft for the combat air support for a 1 and a 1 with 1 escort, which is their last plane. And the escort is for 3, so that gives them a +2 again. So first aircraft, 2 and 2 is 4, which is an abort 1, so he doesn't make it. And the second one, it's abort, again an abort -1, so he doesn't make it, but they didn't lose any aircraft. Okay, so it's simply a 6 to 1 for a -2. A 0. Of course, which is a 4 and a retreat. So that's gone. That's another 2 VPs for the Chinese. So that's 4 VPs each. And we have a retreat, so we can go to there. And we can go to there. Is good. Right. So that is that. Okay, so we go to the reorganisation phase. Turn all our helicopters back the right way and our artillery. Fix him up. And fix him. And him. And him. Like that. Clearing operations. Now, I don't think there are any this time. I'm not trying to clear this yet. I'm just sitting there. Okay, so no clearing. So reinforcements and replacements. So again, we've got our PSDF for the Vietnamese. 1, 2, 3. So we have a 3MR, a 2MR, and a 3MR. Okay. So 3MR. We'll put it in there. And 3MR. We'll put it down in this port here. And there's 3MRs, yeah. So 3MR. That one will, no, don't, no. Did I pick one of these up by mistake from somewhere? I think I did. He was there. So 2MR. Where do I want to put a 2MR? Let's just put in there. Like that. Okay. Reinforcements. We have the 101st Airborne, so they'll come straight into a strip. So they're going to come straight in, I think, right in here. Because this is where the other fella is. In fact, they've got to go to an air base, not an airfield, so that's good. So they're on the air base. Nobody else has got any reinforcements. So we're into replacements then. Okay. So this is turn 5. So the Vietnamese get 3. So that takes them up to 4. The Americans get 2. Turn 5, the Commonwealth get 1. And the Chinese get 4, which takes them to 5. Okay, so let's look at the Chinese first. They have 5. And what's their greatest need at the moment? Now these are all mech and motorised. Now motorised only costs 1. So let's do him. So that's 1. Leaving 4. I don't have a motorised over here, I don't think. No, so we've got 4 left. So we could do both of these. Or in fact, why don't we do that one for 2. And we do this one for 2, and that uses up all of the Chinese replacement points, so they've used them. Okay, Vietnamese have 4. Now they've got nothing they need there. Righto, so they've got this guy here, so that's 1. They're all fine. Can't do anything with him. These are all fine. That's fine. They're fine. Okay, so you can only use 1 there, leaving 3. Now, if he wants to bring an infantry division back, which I think would be a good idea. So we're going to bring this 1st Corps Infantry Division back, and it's going to come on down the bottom here next turn, and that leaves him 1 replacement point, which I think he'll just hold. The Americans have 2. And they haven't really no. We did him last time. So we're going to bring back the 82nd Airborne. So they can, that's their 2 points. Hang on a tick. Airborne. Yep, it's 2 points. Ah, no, they can't reconstitute Marines or airborne. No, that's right. Forgot about that. So they can't do anything. So they've got 2. Okay, and the Australians have 1 point, which I don't think is enough to do anything because they've got mech forces. No. It's a brigade, so it costs 2. So no, they can't do anything at the moment. So they're going to hold that one as well. Right, submarine threat, no. Victory determination phase. Okay, so the Chinese had 4 victory points for this turn, taking to 42. The Allies had 4, taking to 38. So nobody got anything. It was 4 points all. Which makes it another contested turn. Next turn. Right. So that's what's happening. Again, this has gone for an hour. It's got to the point where it's just smash them sort of thing. The Chinese units are relatively consolidated, whereas I've sort of consolidated the Allied units, but the Vietnamese units have gotten a bit spread out, and we need to consolidate them a bit better again. But we're getting there. We're getting there. I don't know how much more I'm going to do. I'm actually wondering if it's any sense in going on with this and just maybe leaving it and starting the advanced scenario, because this is just turning into a little bit of a slugging match. The alternate air rules do make it a little bit more interesting, in that it adds a little bit more to your decision making with especially escorts and so forth, because your escorts can add more than just sort of 1 point, a +1 die roll modifier to the air defense roll. So halving their air defense roll, it just makes it still makes it at least the minimum you're going to get is a 1. But times, you're going to get 2 or maybe 3 as an air defense roll just from one escort. So it does make it a bit easier to get through. And just looking at the simple fact that for this last turn we had 16 aircraft for the Chinese and they're all gone. We still had all those for the Allies. So that's if I was playing them right. I'm not sure. So I think I'll put this one up. I'll call it quits there. The game really, I think, even though it could sort of go either way at the moment, I believe that over the next sort of 5 turns, it's just going to go to the Allies, because their supply situation, well, not supply, but their replacements and reinforcements that they get are going to start bringing a lot of shit back. And realistically, all the Allies have got to do now is play a holding consolidation game. They don't even really need to try and kick the Chinese, because the Chinese need to attack to get victory points to win. So the Allies can virtually concentrate on just trying to knock their air out and pick up points that way and retake some of the towns and cities that they've taken. And that's all they've really got to do. So we are going to call it quits there. Thank you very much for watching. I will start to set it up for one of the advanced scenarios, which will take even longer with the full air rules and the missiles and the special forces and all that sort of crap and corruption. And we'll see how it goes. So take care, be good, and I will catch you for the next game. Bye for now.